Planning is definitely the first stage in my process. I will sometimes get ideas before sketching, so it's sort of visualizing or sketching out an idea, and then I will move into shooting video reference for that. So at this stage, I've shot my reference. I'm uploading it to SyncSketch to do some simple breakdowns. The other reason that I like using SyncSketch is that at the end I can download all of these things as PDF version. Um, and then I usually just have that panel up while I'm working in Maya, and I can quickly go through the poses that I need to block out. Um, so by using SyncSketch, I'm sort of figuring out how many poses I need. My basic idea for this animation is to have a character super excited, running from screen left to screen right, um, almost like a personal trainer or somebody kind of encouraging somebody on a marathon. So super excited, starts to run, and then smashes into a wall that we don't see in the first frame, but partway through the animation so that you sort of know what's coming before the character does, and then have the character smash into it. And I'm hoping to sort of push some of the cartoony actions. So yeah, that's the basic idea behind the animation. I'm starting to look through this amazing video reference of myself. Always the most awkward phase, but super helpful when you're just trying to break stuff down. When I'm looking through my reference like this, I like to keep in mind the character that I'm going to be working with in Maya. So I'm going to be working with the Zep rig from Squiggly Rig. I'll have a link down below. So he's got a big head and a long skinny body. So in my reference when I'm going over, I'm probably going to try to keep that in mind. So I do like this as a starting pose, but I am probably going to have a big head, and he's going to have his little body out this way with his big feet. Just try and get that feeling across of him sort of anticipating this down into the clap pose here, which I really like. Still planted there, turn on the onion, or ghosting, I guess they call it. It's bent down, that's way too far. Yeah, but you can obviously see the drawings that I'm making, but what I'm thinking is I am just trying to plan out some of my keys. I find it a little bit easier. Hands down here. I find it a little bit easier to just quickly sketch it in than to try to do all of this in Maya. I like to it's just it feels a lot faster to me, and I tend to like the results a little bit better. I can do a little bit of problem solving here, and then there's obviously more problem solving once you get into Maya. That silhouette a little bit cleaner than it is in my reference. One tip for reference is to wear high contrasting colors. So you see I've got the light top and dark bottoms. It helps with watching hip movements and turns and all that. It just makes it a little bit easier to pick up on those things. Anything to kind of help speed up the process is always good. Got a really big stretch in here. Let's see what's going on with this turn here. Still kind of back there. Getting into this big arm move. So he's still leaning forward here. He's starting to come up. This arm is flowing out. And then kind of like the idea of him getting to the height and still having his arm just coming over. And then we can still have him down here. Elbow broken like that. Maybe we'll still have this arm. Maybe we'll see a little bit of the arm back there. Yeah, but in this reference, I'm just trying to figure out what my keys breakdowns might be, where I want to delay things and speed things up so that once I get into Maya, I've already made a lot of those decisions, and then I can see if they're working or not. And I still have him. I want the reversal to be coming. That's not going to work. Let's see. Let's turn on the transparency. Let's see. Yeah, that sort of works. But you can see with the Sync Sketch software, there's a lot of power to frame through, draw over, and do a lot of planning. And I've just found that it really helps kind of speed up my workflow to do this. Usually I will do this kind of planning stage and then big step there. I'll do this planning stage and then take it into Maya, and as I make it through kind of a first pass of blocking, I sometimes will bring the Maya file in here just to, again, kind of quickly get ideas, and I can sketch it out really fast, do a playback to see if it's working right. I can iterate a lot quicker that way and see if it's working to kind of establish, especially once I start to really play with the timing of everything. Once you start messing with that, it's helpful to sort of see, you know, if I bring this closer or further away, do I need more breakdowns, less breakdowns, and what would those look like? I can sketch that out a little bit faster than doing it in the computer in Maya. But that's just a personal preference sort of thing. So I like that this down sort of got this big stretch in here. And because of the gag, I'm really wanting to kind of push him looking over his shoulder the whole time so that he doesn't see the wall and he can be going full blast into this thing. I sort of like that as a key. So like this, making sure that his head is still clearly looking over his shoulder. So that he can be going right into that wall and not even know about it. And then there's a big kind of floating one. So I think I'm going to want one more step in here so that when he hits the wall, I want it to be really obvious, and if that arm is forward, it's not going to have as much room to move. So I'm going to be having him take this step, one more step, so he'll be doing 3 steps. Alright, so still just planning. I think that I'm going to have to do one more step that is not in my reference. If I try to just match the reference, I'm not going to have a lot of space for that arm to move to really sell the impact of hitting this big wall, which I really want to do. Because having that big contrast is going to add a lot of drama and interest that is not going to be there if I just have his arm already forward. What I'm thinking is he can hit the wall and all of that momentum in his arm and leg are still going to be able to swing forward. Although if his other arm is back, but instead of being 45 degrees, when he hits the wall, his leg can go 90. So there's still going to be a change there, and then there will be a really big change in the arm and upper body as it hits the wall. What I'm thinking, but again, we'll see what happens once we get in there and start animating a little bit inside the computer, see what the character, uh, what his proportions and everything finally start looking like when we get in there. It might not need that. But right now I'm thinking that I am going to need that so that he can sort of hit a wall and be broken in half like this, sort of a thing. If you're finding this kind of video helpful, or if you want to see more videos like this, you can do the YouTube thing and subscribe, or even just liking it, letting me know that that's something that you want to see more of, and maybe I can put a little bit more time and effort into the next one or another series to kind of answer any questions that might come up. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching.